Now to science behind climate and a new expanded global partnership between Coca-Cola and the World Wildlife Fund. The ambitious goals to improve Coca-Cola's systems focus on water, emissions, and energy, among other things. And joining us live now in the studio is Jeff Seabright, Vice President of Environment and Water Resources for the Coca-Cola Company. And good morning to you, Jeff. And will you talk about what this is? What are some of the goals of this partnership and maybe the time frame?
Sure. Well, today we're announcing an expanded partnership with the World Wildlife Fund out to the year 2020. And the real focus and core of this partnership is around freshwater conservation. We at Coca-Cola, obviously as a beverage company, know the importance of water. It's the main ingredient in every beverage that we make. Without it, we don't have a business. But we also know from our operations, and we work in over 200 countries with nearly 1,000 bottling plants, that this is a shared resource with communities that we operate in and serve. And it's a shared resource that's under growing stress. And that's why it's so vitally important, we believe, to partner with a great organization like the World Wildlife Fund to do what we can together to conserve this vital resource.
And what does that organization bring to the table with you? Why did you want to partner with that organization? Well,
the World Wildlife Fund, we've been working with them for almost a dozen years now, beginning right here in Atlanta in the southeast area of the United States. They're the world's largest conservation brand. They operate in over 100 countries. They have deep scientific expertise and policy expertise and local presence. And by marrying their local presence and their unique skills and expertise to our presence locally, we're able to, we believe, make a significant impact.
All right, Jeff, you used to work in government environmental affairs and you had a hand in the Kyoto Protocol. And why did you change to the private sector?
Well, you know, I think it's been very clear over the last decade or so that increasingly to solve these big global challenges that we face, we really have to engage in collaboration between government, business, and NGOs like WWF. And I saw a great opportunity in the business community to really advance the environmental goals that I was working on in government, but to do so from the business perspective. And at Coca-Cola, as I mentioned earlier, you know, we operate in 200 plus countries. The opportunity to make an appreciable difference around water resource issues has really been terrific.
And the President's recent speech on climate change, he said the U.S. should take a leading international role. Since Coca-Cola is a worldwide brand, do you see the company as being a leader in that?
Well, absolutely. And I think, you know, the President's speech touched on the importance of taking action on climate change and touched also on the role that business is playing and can continue to play. We at Coca-Cola, we're one of the world's largest buyers of refrigeration equipment, vending machines and coolers around the world. We've been working very hard to move away from the hydrofluorocarbons, the refrigerant gas that is now in those machines, to a more climate-friendly solution going forward. And so that is an area of leadership that we've focused on to really help drive a significant difference. And the President mentioned this issue in his speech. But we're also, under this partnership with the World Wildlife Fund, going to be setting an ambitious goal to reduce the carbon of the average drink in your hand by 25% by 2020 by working across our whole value chain from agriculture to production to refrigeration. And that will result in 20 million metric tons of CO2 being avoided.
Okay, well, thank you very much, Jeff Seabright. We certainly appreciate you joining us, Vice President of Environment and Water Resources for the Coca-Cola Company. Thank you for that.